Well, hi from lovely Spain. Hope you're doing well. If you don't already know me, my name's Howard. I have quite a few travel videos and some videos on other topics as well. So do have a look and please do like and subscribe if you found this video useful. Today, I'll be talking about a program called Angloville. It's actually part two of the video. So if you haven't seen part one, I will put it up at the top or down below in the description as well. So if you don't know what Angloville is, then go and see part one, and then you'll know what it is. So this is actually talking about some of the more negative things about the program. So the first video, part one, was things that I did like, and since then I've been on another Angloville and found some things that I didn't like, but I will also put some positive things in there just so it's balanced. And it wasn't all bad anyway. So um, the first thing that I'd probably say you should be aware of, say with Angloville, is that obviously you don't know who's going to be there until the meeting point on the Sunday, or if you go to the hotel directly when you arrive at the hotel. So that's kind of one of those things. You need to be quite an, let's say, open person and used to maybe meeting lots of different people from different places in order to maybe get the best experience from the program. Um, just to clarify, I'm mostly going to be talking about this from a volunteer's point of view, so a native English speaker's point of view, rather than a Polish participant. If you want to know more from their point of view, if you're a participant, then you should probably find a different YouTube video for that. Anyway, yeah, so that's the first thing. You need to maybe have quite an open mind, especially as you're sharing a room with someone you don't know as well. So you need to be quite open to meeting new people and different cultures, points of view. So it really does depend also where you are. So a lot of Angloville's programs are in Poland. That's where I did two of mine, the only two I've done. And you'll find that different parts of Poland, like different parts of Britain or anywhere really, are quite different. So um, some cities are more liberal, some are more conservative. That's just how it is, but it's something that you maybe want to research before and factor in mind. And the other thing is the season that you do. So what I found was in the winter, I actually preferred it in the summer. I found there were a lot of people just doing the program in exchange for somewhere to stay for free and see a new country. Obviously, there's nothing wrong with doing that. Like we're volunteers, we don't get paid. It's great that we're able to travel and see other places for a very low price, really, like just paying for the flight. So that's a something that you do need to consider. And in the winter, it was more say older people. There were some more retired people there doing it as just because they enjoy it. They enjoy languages, language teaching, and maybe they are retired or semi-retired and want to do something that's mentally stimulating and find that they enjoy these programs. So in the summer, there were more younger people. There were also quite a few older people, though. So it really does depend on the season. Obviously, if you do a winter program, you're going to be spending a lot more time indoors. So that's something you probably want to factor in as well. If you're more of an outdoorsy person, maybe the winter program isn't for you. You should probably wait until the summer program. Then you can do lots more of outdoor activities and have some of your sessions outside or all of them if you want. And yes, so the other thing was in the sections program that I did, there were quite a few, let's say, younger participants. I mean, it was an adult program, actually, just to clarify. The Angloville does adult and child programs. I've only ever done the adult program, so I'm only able to speak about the adult programs. And it felt like sometimes some of the older participants were trying to maybe get the attention of the younger participants of the opposite gender. I think everyone knows what I mean by that. And it felt as though that sometimes the emphasis wasn't really on language learning. It was more about drinking in the evening and other things. So it's something that I think you should be maybe aware of if you're doing one of these programs. Although I didn't feel that way in the winter program that I did. I guess it always just depends on the people, what their reasons are for participating or volunteering. And as I said, you don't really know until you actually get there who's participating and who the leader will be as well. Like some leaders are better than others at maybe managing different situations that occur, as you are all in a very remote location. It seems that Angloville only do these programs in quite far out of the way places that aren't really near any, well, they might be near a town or village, but that's about it. They wouldn't be near any city. They're always about 2.5 hours away from a city or an airport. So they seem to like to do these programs just to have everyone in one place and not to have people wandering off. It does make sense from that point of view, but then it creates a sort of environment where you're always with the same people, and if people don't get on so well or the group just doesn't gel for whatever reason, then that sometimes causes a little bit of friction. So those are my pointers. On the positive side, you do meet some very interesting people, and lots of people that you wouldn't ordinarily get to speak to or meet. So those are my points from Angloville. If you're thinking of doing a program, I hope you found this video useful. Please do like and subscribe, and see my other travel videos if you want any travel tips, especially the tips to travel on a budget. So Angloville is pretty good for that, as you only really need to pay your flight. Often you need to pay for a hotel the first night you arrive, and at least you should do that. Otherwise, you'll just be rushing to the venue. And probably the last night as well. Although if you're going off traveling after the program finishes, then you'd be doing that anyway. So I guess it's not an expense, but you do need to factor in those things as well. And traveling from the airport to city centre, Angloville doesn't pay that. So they do pay from city centre to the hotel, the venue, and then back again, but they don't pay for you to go to or from the airport. So, but overall, it is a pretty cheap way of exploring another city. If you're interested, see part 1 where I talk a bit more about that. And I do have a travel playlist as well. I'll put it down in the description or in the links above. And yeah, if you did an Angloville program yourself and you want to share your thoughts, then drop a comment below. I'm always happy to read what people think. If they agree, or even if they don't agree, then that's fine. And I'll be back soon with another video.